So this is just a quick description on how my aquaponics system functions. Over here we have a sump tank. The pump is in the sump tank. The pump pushes the water over here up and into the fish tank. And we have the fishes. This little setup right here is called a solid lift overflow. Pipes go down to the bottom of the tank, suck the water up. They flow out of the tank into this. This is called a swirl filter. Inside here, the water kind of swirls around, keeps the solid waste to the sides, and so that it sinks, and then clean, pretty much clear water pumps through or flows through this pipe here into that area there. And this is a biofiltration system. It's also a grow bed, and this is a bell siphon, and that bell siphon comes through here, and it just actually activated, so it is pumping the water out of the biofiltration system or media grow bed. I'm using it for both. So the way that works is, as the water fills up in this bed, it reaches a certain height, and this 1-inch pipe going up and under and through the bottom of the grow bed is at that height. That's as high as the water level will get. This little capped pipe here sits over that, creates a vacuum. So when the water starts flowing in the 1-inch pipe, when it creates a vapor lock, it just pulls all the water all the way down to the bottom of the tank, completely out until it hits air, loses the vacuum, and it starts the process over again. I have it flowing at a rate where it does it about every 15 or so minutes. That's about the flow rate I'm pumping the water at. So that cleans the water, also takes care of the nitrification cycle, which takes the ammonia from the fish waste, poop and pee, and turns it into nitrites from a bacteria. And then another bacteria turns the nitrites into nitrates. And the nitrates is what the plants consume. So that's beneficial for the plants. And the nitrates don't hurt the fish. It gets pumped back into the sump tank. And that's the three-way system for the fish. That keeps the fish nice and healthy, keeps the ammonia and the nitrites out of the fish tank. After that, the same pipe that goes up to feed the fish also tees off here, comes back around, goes all the way around, comes up here, and goes into what is called a deep water culture grow bed. It's a floating raft system. It's 2x10 by 8 frame. Basically, I framed it out to the size of the styrofoam that you can buy at like Home Depot. So cut holes in it, put the cups in there, filled it with the rock, the media that I'm using, and I literally just planted the seeds right into the rocks, and they started sprouting. Right now I'm having a hard time doing that because it is a lot hotter in here, so I think some of them are taken, but I'm losing some of them, I think, to the heat. So I'm going to start growing them, starting them inside, and then bring them out here when they're starting to get a little bigger. That just is a constant flow. I got it set, comes here, goes through this pipe, and right next to the bell siphon, it just kind of, let me get around here, it just sets it for a constant flow. So the bell siphon is almost done, and the next pipe to the left of that is the constant flow coming from the deep water culture. So now this system here is what is called the nutrient flow technique system. The water flows from the top of the system down to the bottom of the system, and it'll come out this pipe right here and boot right back into the sump tank, and that will be a constant flow also And the roots just do the same thing. They dangle down into the pipe. Water with the nutrients in it is constantly flowing through there, so there's never any lack of nutrients. And so that's pretty much it. That's the system. I have an area over here that is going to be utilized later for what is called a Dutch bucket system. It's just another hydroponic technique. Hydroponics is obviously growing without soil. When you add the fish culture type of system, you turn it into aquaponics. So the fish is what's feeding the plants, aside from a couple of nutrients you have to add to it, like chelated iron. And I put Epsom salt in there, and that kind of helps the system out too. Other than that, that's my system. Thanks for watching.